Where You Live with Gene and Tony. We're broadcasting live from the Concierge Landscape Studios, and we're brought to you by Extreme Exteriors. Let's hear from the Community Associations Institute. The CAI Minute is brought to you by Start to Finish, maintenance contractors. Start to Finish provides 24-hour service for all of your home and business maintenance needs. Call Start to Finish at 952-259-1219, 952-259-1219 for your home, for your business, for your peace of mind.
Are you a member of the Community Associations Institute? For nearly 40 years, CAI has provided education and resources to volunteer homeowners who govern community associations and the professionals who support them. Visit caionline.org to learn more. The address again is caionline.org. CAI helps community associations board members by providing online resources, in-person training, and hard copy publications written by association management experts. CAI offers community managers professional development, networking opportunities, and a certification program that is established as the industry standard nationwide. Minnesota has its own chapter of the Community Associations Institute to bring resources and tools from community associations around the country right to your home. Visit www.cai-mn.com to learn more and become a member of CAI today. Your community and management company will benefit from your involvement. Join the Community Associations Institute today at cai-mn.com and click on membership.
Gene, I would just want to bring something to the attention of our listeners. If you own a home and are having trouble selling it, or you're deciding you just can't sell it, you may be considering renting it out. There's a great article in today's Star Tribune called Accidental Landlords, which we've talked about a lot, and we use that phrase a lot. These are folks, it's a story about people who couldn't sell or chose not to sell in a down market and then decided to rent out their homes. If you're thinking about it, it's a good article to read because it'll give you some of the pros and cons of that decision. Some people are finding that it really is work. It's not like the infomercials tell you. It's a job, a part-time job at the very least, and they're deciding it's not for them after having tried it. So it's a bit of education.
Yeah, you're right. Unfortunately, I think we have options before us all the time. Unfortunately, they're not always the options that we want.
Yeah,
but you have several options. There generally is, and you need to make the decision of what's going to be best for you.
That's right. Now, it's companies like ours. These are my clients, people who are accidental landlords, and I manage a lot of single-family home rentals for people like this. And so you can get help, and you should call around and ask for help before you make a decision.
And percentage-wise, in terms of how the company is growing, that part of the company is growing the quickest.
I know. We've had a booming year. Yeah.
You said about a 33% increase.
Yeah, that's right. Just in the last year.
Just from this year to last year at this time.
Another thing we're seeing is homeowner associations who are losing money on vacant homes. People have abandoned homes, are stop paying their mortgage, stop paying their dues. Homeowners associations are starting to foreclose on those homes and putting renters in them.
Yeah.
Because then at least for a few months, they can collect rent to help replenish those lost dues. It takes a few months for the mortgage company to step in and foreclose, which of course will remove the association's lien. But for that few months, if you can get $1,000, $1,200, $1,300 a month rent, you're going to recoup a lot of lost dues.
It can really diminish the amount of the obligation that the association is just holding.
That's right. That's right. So we are seeing that contributed a lot to our growth this year.
Yeah. Well, let's, in the time that we have left here, let's talk about this. This was from the Washington Post. It's an opinion piece by an attorney named Ben Cass. And it's entitled Association Reserves Hurt by Low Interest Rates. He begins by saying, many community associations, including one where you might live in, are all concerned about reserve accounts these days. And it says the community association collects fees from residents who live in a defined location, such as a condominium building or a neighborhood of homes, and use those funds to pay, he said, for emergency repairs and maintenance, but it's more than just for emergency. It's for the long-term replacement of those roofs. And as we talked...
Capital replacements.
Capital
replaceable.
Yeah. And even though a lot of people only seem to replace those when they become an emergency, that's not how. That's not
the best way to do it.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, save some money. That's what the reserve fund is for.
He was talking about. He said, "Here's the issue with interest rates so low on traditional savings accounts. A lot of boards are concerned they're not making any money on the reserve accounts.
Yeah.
So you put $50 in a certificate of deposit 3 years ago, it may be worth $53 now.
And we used to count on the interest to keep up with the inflation rate.
Yes.
So that you could say, okay, we can consistently put aside $5,000 a month because the interest we earn will help keep up with inflation,
Right.
and we'll still have enough money 10 years from now.
The money that you made on your reserves was never intended to be something that was supposed to help you double your income.
No,
and
it
all
wasn't
of that.
speculative.
This was just protection of
Right.
the principal and making sure that you're staying above
Right.
inflation.
But now that interest is not there.
And because of that, and because of inflation rates where they are, people are actually going backwards. And the problem is, many governing documents are very specific, stating that a homeowner association does not have the ability to put them in more aggressive funds
Right.
like the stock market,
Right.
where you have a chance of losing the principal.
And don't you think it's the best idea not to do that?
That's a bad idea.
Whether your documents forbid it or not, don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, one of the reasons, number one, it's not just your money. If it was just yours, you have the ability to do what you want. But you now on the board, you as an association, you have a responsibility to other people, so you don't have that opportunity anymore.
And you know what? We don't see that so much now, but back when the stock market was really booming and you had all the day trading going on and all these young privateers were spending their days in front of their computers going crazy, buying and selling, they were making money, some of those people. That's not the case anymore. So if you have someone like that on your board, try and suppress them.
Oh yes, you can't do that.
No.
And so, the bottom line, the reserves do indeed are. You need to realize that, yes, they do, and they will be something that's going to rise and fall.
Yeah.
But it is going to be important that you really take some serious thought in your association reserves and what you're putting away, because more important than even the money itself and the preservation, it is also going to be a way of maintaining the value of your home.
Oh yeah, good point.
A lot of association home buyers now are a lot more savvy than they ever have been before.
Sure.
And the value that you ascribe to your home in part is going to be because of what is in the reserves.
That's right.
Well.
People know that they don't want to buy in a homeowners association that has saved no money to replace roofs when there's maybe 5 years left in the life of the roof. So people are looking at that.
Yeah, and that is, of course, another reason why it's good to also periodically have that capital replacement study done again and again.
This author recommends at least once every 5 years, and we've heard 3 years to 5 years.
The state has made that mandatory 3 years now if you're under McIWA.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yep.
So every 3 years, you need a reserve study.
Yes, that's right. Well, it looks like that's all the time that we have on today's show. Thanks so much for being a part of the show. Join us again next Sunday here on Where You Live with Gene and Tony.
Loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved by you. I mean, it's like California, don't you know, to be loved by you. How sweet it is to be loved